Good evening, my friend. Welcome to the show. I am Lou Mangello. It is Wednesday night, which means I am so incredibly excited to see you again. Not that I could see you. That would be weird. You're seeing me. That's the way it goes here. If you're watching live, grab a snack, sit back, relax, make yourself comfortable, tag a friend in the comments, invite them to the community and conversation. If you're watching on the replay, where were you? Be sure and join us every Wednesday night and over the next couple of weeks, hopefully, depending on the internet where I am going, there's going to be a lot more live from some very unique and delicious, and I am now expecting, yes, incredibly wet locations and destinations. First things first, once again, I don't know why it took me so long to even think about doing this. Huge thanks to Dave Rashoni for the background music that kicked off the show tonight. As I'm sure you know, Dave Rashoni is not just the composer, but the performer and the singer, and his wife, Kathy, so very kind and generous and remarkably talented. He created the WDW theme song, however many, 15, whatever it is, years ago. He did mouse tunes too, which is crazy, and Kathy sings the full version. So that is from Dave's CD of there's his original song on there, and there's also some rearrangements of some Disney tunes that I think you'll like. And he's over at ddayrmusic.com. Plus, don't tell him I said this. He's like literally the nicest man on planet Earth, with Steve Schussler and Tom Holland. I mean, there's a list, but he's definitely among the top whatevers of them. So again, thank you for joining tonight. Going to be a relatively short show tonight. I say that, and then I'm here for an hour and a half. I don't know how it actually happens. Why, you ask? Maybe you're not asking. Maybe it's more like, thank God, Mangello, why are you talking for an hour? I'm thinking about doing a short show tonight because in a matter of hours, I'm supposed to be, and I'll explain why, I'm supposed to be getting on a plane for a little town not too far away known as Kyoto. That's not Kyoto, New Jersey. That's Kyoto, Japan, for our WDW Radio Adventures by Disney dream trip of a lifetime to Japan. However, if you want to make God laugh, tell him what you're doing tomorrow. God's like, what can I do just to sort of mix things up a little bit? I'll just make there's a little tropical storm, whatever they call it, and then overnight I'm going to make it a Category 5. It's not just a typhoon, it's a super typhoon. I've never heard of a storm put the word super in front of it. It's a real thing. It's a meteorological term that they've used like twice. I'm hearing storm of the century, storm of the millennium. It's supposed to hit the day that we fly to Japan. So as of right now, we're supposed to fly when we're supposed to fly, but who knows? Our Adventures by Disney trip might be slightly delayed. I'm just having visions of the storm sweeping up all the tuna and just dropping it in front of the hotel where I will be staying, and I'll just have a little buffet right there on the sidewalk, because Japan and tuna, I'm coming for you, and it's on like Donkey Kong in a big, big way. Meg nods in. I know you're nervous. Don't worry, we are going to be fine, and we'll be cool. You switched your flight to a day later. It's cool. It's going to work out. It's going to be fine. We've been in touch with ABD, and I'll talk to you offline. But was Super Typhoon a PBS kid show? No, it's unfortunately going to be the thing that could potentially delay us to Japan. I am supposed to leave on Friday, which means I get there on Thursday or Saturday. I don't know exactly what it means or where I'm getting and how it will be fine. Even if I have to leave a day or so later, I'm sure everything will be cool and it'll be fine. So, Eric Sanchez Navarro, it was great to see you and your family again, not on the chilly streets of Manhattan, but on the relatively warm streets of Italy in Epcot. Thank you for being there, and your family for being so patient for recreating the photo that we did so long ago. Eric Riggs just got off Soren. If you could do me a favor, Eric, if you could run over to Japan and get me some of those frothy ramen noodles and just bring, because I have a feeling that Super Typhoon is going to blow away all my frothy ramen noodles when I get to Japan. We're actually going to the cup noodles like factory. We're going to like the home of so many like 99-cent ramen meals that I had in college and law school. I mean, it doesn't matter, but I had lots of cup noodles. We're going there. Like, we're going to do all kinds of cool things. It's like 11 days, 12 days, something like that. And then, just for fun, because we're there in Tokyo, how do we not go to Tokyo Disneyland and Disney Sea? If you think you love Tokyo Disneyland, Tokyo Disney Sea says, hold my sake. It's that good. It is far and away the most incredible. You can't even call it a theme park. Calling it a theme park would be doing it a disservice. Dave Rashoni, I saw you just popped in. If you just got here, one, why are you late? Tardiness will not be tolerated. And two, I was just playing for everyone, and we were all jamming out to some of the sweet tones of DJRmusic.com. And digging it, man. I dig what you and your wife do over there. But now we're talking about food and Japan and the Super Typhoon that's coming. We haven't even talked about Portillo's coming to not necessarily Walt Disney World, but Palm Parkway, which is just on the outskirts of Disney Springs. It's going to be worth the drive. Or the DoorDash. DoorDash, get on Portillo's right now, because I don't want to put on pants and leave my house as often as I need to. So I am down. Darlene just came home with Father George, Jane with the Woods. Wow, it's like a retro meetup with the Woods and Darlene Nagy, formerly from West Seneca, New York. Kelly wants to eat okonomiyaki, that's a stop on our tour. It literally, we're going to a place to do nothing but eat okonomiyaki. I was getting a little excited today as I started to look over the itinerary, possibly for the first time, because I've been stupidly busy and way behind. But despite the storm and the Super Typhoon and the hopefully not lack of sushi, I'm looking forward. So Scott says, am I going to have a live show or update while I'm in Japan? Scott Garcia, it's almost as though you saw me scrambling to create graphics moments before the show began, because of course I will. The plan is to go live whenever and wherever and as often as I can on our multi-day trip from Osaka, Kyoto, Takayama, Hakone, and Tokyo, and all of the wonderful places therein. Now, I think there's like an 11, 12-hour time difference. I have no idea. I really don't. Again, not quite prepared as yet. That's why it's going to be a short show. But I plan on going live whenever and wherever I can. I just got a data plan today, which is not going to be good for live, but I understand there's a lot of Wi-Fi all over the place in Japan. So I don't know where, I don't know when, I don't know for how long. That's why it's so important that you not only like the WDW radio page, but more importantly, the Facebook group. So if you're not a member of the Box People group, one, why not? Where have you been? Wrong. There, I need to put my glasses on. Make sure you join the community at www.com/boxpeople. Also, go in on your mobile device, since I'm assuming that's where you are mostly, and make sure you go into the settings and turn on not just see all notifications, but see first. It might have a different nomenclature now because Facebook changes it like every single day. Just make sure you get all notifications, because I don't know where or when or why I might be going live. It says 13-hour time difference. Wait a minute. So that means if I'm eating lunch, you'll all be asleep. Okay, I will figure it out. Literally, if I have to like stay up late, and I'm sure I can find some things to eat, so I do stay up late. If I have to stay up late or get up early, we'll make it happen. I'm going to go live, like I said, whenever and wherever I can. So, look, Becky Menken just rolled in. 7:42. 7:30 we start here, Becky Mankin. And don't tell me you're trying to figure out typhoon stuff. I was just talking about all the live stuff and all the food stuffs that are going to be happening if and when we ever get to Japan in the next few days or so-ish. Rita says, oops, restaurant in Osaka serves dessert in a Cinderella slipper. I have 3 words for you. Sign me up. But wait a minute. Timing is everything. Hopefully you know how grateful and appreciative of you I am just by virtue of you being here, by listening to the show, by comments and email and all the amazing things that you do to just fill my heart every single day. It's even better when you fill my stomach and when a box shows up at my UPS store and it's from Canada, so you know it's nice because they're so nice over there. It's even better when it's filled with food. I meant to share the photo here because it was like a Mary Poppins carpet bag of all kinds of savory and a few sweet Canadian snacks. Now, they're sweet because they came from Rita, and they're also savory because they included some of these. I have yet to try where's my glasses? Wait a minute. I have yet to try a ketchup-flavored Dorito. There was lots of ketchup-flavored snacks in here. You've been enduring nitrous. Don't I read your texts? No, I was in something was weird around, at least where I was today. I had no signal anywhere until I got home, and it was just inundated with a flood of texts and messages. So if you or anybody texted me, messaged me, emailed me, sorry, I didn't get it, and I'm still playing catch up and all that. Anywho, look, ketchup flavored Doritos, and it's still sealed because I wanted to wait. Retro look, timeless flavor with an OUR, only in Canada. Doritos ketchup tortilla chips are back for a limited time only, and then there's lots of funny little French words there, which I assume mean the exact same thing. I'm not going to look at the calorie count. I've had ketchup flavored potato chips, which you sent. The bag is almost empty. I've had, Jason says it's called Cloud. I've never had ketchup flavored Doritos. I'm both excited, a little nervous, but more excited. So we're going to do a live taste test, and then we'll get back to talking about Japan. It's like smelling a fine wine. Would you like to smell the bottle cap? What movie? I promise you it's not The Stripes or Blues Brothers or Mr. Mom or History of the World Part 1. Would you like to smell the bottle cap? Oh. That's a different flavor. Wait a minute. Well, howdy doody. You know what, Canada? You guys are freaking awesome. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh my God, these are so good. It's rude to chew. Wait, one more. That is a tasty Dorito. First of all, the first one I saw was Josh Anderson. You're right. It's the Muppet movie. It's Steve Martin. How do you not know this? Although Fletch is a good... This is not meant to be ASMR. I'm trying to I just realized this is the worst thing to eat on camera because I'm sure I have... I'll just use the microphone to cover my teeth because I'm sure I have Doritos in it. Anywho, thank you for that. There were Japanese Kit Kats in there. There were some sweet treats, which I think my daughter literally took and ran up to her room with. There was a can of maple syrup. I've never seen maple syrup in a can. I've seen Prince Albert in a can. Insert boom chick here. But what's the over-under on where the plane will land? Becky, listen, let me explain the way the planet works. It's not flat, despite what you people in Seattle might think. It's round. And if the plane doesn't land in Japan or Hawaii or Fiji, it's landing in the water. And landing in the water means you have crashed. Not how I want to spend my day. Although you know me, I'm going to have so much food in my backpack, I'll be prepared. It's going to be like Lost and Lord of the Flies. I'm going to have the conch shell and all of the snacks, although no Doritos because I'll have those finished as well. So, but Rita, thank you and your family so very much. Those are delicious. They weren't hazelnut Kit Kats. They almost looked like they were like that pink. I couldn't read the Japanese. I don't remember what they were. So, in case of a water landing, yeah. So, but it's all right. Never mind. I was gonna make a funny yet somewhat slightly mean spirited joke, but that's okay. We'll wait till we get to the airport to start those. Anyway, Corinne, yeah, Wilson. Listen, if I'm going down with a full belly. So I make sure my backpack literally it's going to have like my little old man medicine to avoid me having a heart attack, and it's going to have about 17 pounds of snacks, and that's really all I need. The great thing about a plane crash is it won't bother you for long. Yeah, exactly. I cannot deal with you on a desert island. Becky, just so you know, we've already taken a vote. We're going to kill you first. Not even to eat you. We just decided we're just going to kill you first. We're going to do like a sacrifice, like in Lord of the Flies, and you're going first. So, Meg, yeah, you probably shouldn't be listening to this at all. So, but listen, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Air travel is safer than land travel, especially if you drive on I-4 in Orlando. So no worries. But yeah, so we will be as live as often as I can from Japan over the next 2 weeks, starting on Friday or Saturday. I don't even know exactly when we land, but half our group is on the same flight. I'm bringing a lot of snacks. So anybody who's in the back with me, you can all share in some of my snacks. We're not allowed to go up where Becky is. Becky's not allowed to come. Becky, you're not allowed to come back to where we are. So we're gonna have all the cool. You can have your little champagne and your little slippers. I'm gonna have all the cool snacks. The party's in economy, yo. Whoop whoop. So I have movies. I've got snacks, and who knows what else I might be bringing in my bag. The winds will keep us in the whatever. If you're on our flight, do not look at the maps right now because it's like Dorothy and Candace. Matthew, this is not our first Adventures by Disney. We've done Backstage Magic which is now called Disneyland in Southern California. I'm always going to call it Backstage Magic, just like I'm always going to call it Epcot Center. We've done that twice. We did China 2 years ago, which was amazing. Only to be eclipsed, I think, by what we're about to experience. I don't care if it's windy and rainy in Japan. I'm ready, so bring it. Do we get first dibs? Look, Heather Locke has me dead and buried already. She's like, I just want the stuff. Who's going to put up loose stuff on eBay? My kids get to go through it first, and then somebody will have the responsibility of listing all my stuff on eBay. So. A Crave case of Castle. Eric, that's a long flight to have to deal with the the long-term ramifications of a Crave case, if you get my meaning. So, Lynn Yaw says, I come in hearing plane crash and sacrifices. Well, we're just talking about the super typhoon that's about to hit Japan the same time that we're going, but it's going to be fine. You're in a plane. You could avoid the typhoon. It's going to go one way. We're going to go the other, and everything will be cool. So we'll be fine. Collecting the Past will list it all. It is collectingthepast.com, isn't it? Right. I want to just make sure. Terry, you'll never find the grease. I mean, I can tell you where the grease tape is, but you'll never get in. The safe it's like hermetically sealed, and there's all kinds of, it's like going to Oak Island. Like, you kind of know that there's something there, but there's all kinds of tricks and traps and water features to prevent anybody from getting to the grease tape, which would be disappointing anyway. I'm promising you. So, Ultraman. Look at Jason Knapp pulling out Ultraman. I'm looking forward to checking out all like the retro Japanese stuff. My son has sent me on a mission. He's like, Dad, like he got really serious. He's like, Dad, listen to the words coming out of my mouth. Where'd you get that, kid? He's like, you need to go to the Godzilla Hotel because they've got this, and this, and I need this Godzilla thing and that Godzilla thing. But I'm looking for some. I'll definitely look for some Ultraman stuff too. And speaking with the magic, look, I'm in a happy pluggy kind of mood. DJR Music here with themagic.com, bringing your happy place to you. So if my plane goes down and you are looking for some sort of Disney content, or even if my plane doesn't go down, you can go to herewiththemagic.com. There you go. So we're going to land in Typhoon Lagoon. Diverting is half the fun in aviation, says Jim Orahosky. Yeah, I just would like to divert to a different part of Japan, not to, some sort of remote island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean or the water or the Pacific Ocean itself. So, Ashley Riggs, have a great night. David Shorty says, I would think that there's other copies of the Grease tape. You weren't the only one in the cast. It's true. But David Shorty, remember, and I'm not going to tell you exactly when, but let's just say that I was in Grease sometime during the early 80s when, unless you were Adam Goldberg, which is coming on in like half hour, unless you're Adam Goldberg, you were not necessarily walking around with one all the time. So there wasn't necessarily a lot of them or a lot of, people videotaping in the audience, much like there is today. So thank God that nobody had it on digital. So, but trust me, you don't want to see it. So Carlos says, Carlos also like the nicest guy in the world with the coolest, Brazilian accent too. If you can only hit Japan Sunday, you'll have plenty of time to reach Japan and eat lots of stuff until it hits. Carlos, that's the plan. Like, even if Japan gets hit, I'm going to hunker myself down in a sushi-like bunker in the hotel and I'll be fine. I'll be fine. So Matthew Woolley says, what are the excursions like? I can read some of them to you, actually, because actually when you go on an ABD, you get a handy dandy little ABD app that has your entire handbook built right in, and it really has everything you need. Look, and I'm not trying to sound like I'm plugging, but having traveled on my own, having taken years ago other tours, there really is nothing like an Adventures by Disney because everything is in here. So this is what our daily itinerary literally looks like on the app, but I will let you know. So day one is Konnichiwa Kyoto. We start in Kyoto, dinner on, all I saw was dinner on your own. Then we go the next day, there's a rickshaw tour through Arashiyama and the bamboo forest, a walking tour. I saw lunch, a pure water temple walking tour, welcome dinner. I just going right to the meals. There's a Maiko and Samurai performance with costume photo op. That's not going to work out well for me. The Gateway to Peace. Wait, where's that? We take the bullet train to Hiroshima or Hiroshima, Caribbean, whatever. We have lunch in Miyajima, the Shinto Shrine and the Buddhist Temple tour, Peace Park, museum visits, and origami cranes. Wait, the okonomiyaki dinner experience. I love okonomiyaki. They're like little, fluffy crepes. They're so good. Back to Kyoto. The next day, we do a temple tour, taiko drummers, a bento box cooking class. They had me at bento box. And then bento box, you make it and then you eat it. That's all I care about. A riverboat ride, a Dotonbori food district tour, more temples, dinner at Kyoto. Wow, we're doing a lot. Shrines, shopping, the Keiazaz sumo experience. I've been training for sumo my entire life and the featherweight division. Let's see. Oh my gosh. There's a historic village, Japanese lunch at Aurori, countryside bike ride. That sounds like exercise. Then we go to Takayama, a guided food tasting walking tour of the historic Takayama Market District and calligraphy lesson And then you go for lunch. Wait, then the next day we go to the Hakone Open Air Museum, lunch at Kamakura. Then we go to the Cup Noodles Museum. I'm so excited for the Cup Noodles Museum. You have no idea. Panoramic tour of central Tokyo. The next day, a garden and tea house, traditional tea ceremony, sushi making class, and lunch. Yay! Please don't blow away Japan. Temples, Tokyo. More next couple of days in Tokyo, and then before we say sayonara to Japan, we some of us are going to stay and go to Tokyo Disneyland and Disney Sea. Now, take a good look, because I have a feeling by the time I come back in 2 weeks, assuming that my plane does not get blown away in the typhoon, I expect to be about Tokyo lunch, bento box, cup noodles, nighttime ramen, sushi, probably about 712 kilograms heavier, which, if I do the math, carry to 1 to pounds, it's probably twice my current weight. So I hope they sell stretchy clothes in Japan. They make the stretchy clothes in Japan. Well, they make and sell stretchy clothes in Japan, because I'm gonna need it. So Judy, the trip is it's 11 days for the actual ABD, and then there's a couple of days, like 2 days, I think we're going to spend in Tokyo Disneyland and Disney Sea. So, I will tell you, I'm struggling a little bit. It's a very long time to be away from home, and whenever I travel, it's usually the 48 hours to 24 hours beforehand that, Lou starts to freak out about leaving, and he swears he's never going to leave again. We're right in the thick. We're in the eye of that storm right now. That being said, it is something I'm looking forward to. I'm sad that my family isn't going to be able to come with us. I'm sad that you can't come with us too, but that's why I plan on going live as much, as often, and wherever I can in Japan. So Jessica says 700 kilograms at 1,548 pounds. That sounds about right. That sounds about like how much more weight I'm going to gain while I'm there. So, and don't freak out, Becky, about the plane. So you're going to be in front. It's going to go quick for you. It's those of us in the back who'll have to eat each other on the island. So you'll be fine. So, have you seen how skinny most Japanese people are? I don't think food in Japan has any calories. So you should just be fine. I wish I was coming with you, Kelly. I wish you were coming as well. Jason Knapp, why you can still literally, I'm sure Becky Menken will take your money right now and you can come and join us and share a room with Martin. Is Martin in here, or did he leave for Japan already? So Tracy, you get it. 8-night trip without your kids. Yeah. If you have kids, it makes it a lot harder. It makes it, look at Becky rubbing it in that she's in Delta One and I'm not. Let me make this nice and big for you so that everybody can see. Becky's in Delta One. I'm in. Did you see that commercial on TV right now? Where they're like, the person's in economy light. It's gonna be this guy. It's gonna be like me and like squished in between like 2 sumo wrestlers holding chickens, but that's fine because it's Japan. So, wait, where are people going while I'm away? Where you are? Nobody's allowed to go eat anywhere around here while I'm gone. Look, I'm going to Japan for you. I'm going to bring all of Japan to you, one gigantic, delicious bite at a time. Speaking of gigantic, delicious bite, these ketchup-flavored Doritos are staring me in the face. Doritos and the Goldbergs after I'm done here. And then I have to start. I literally have. I have not started to pack as yet. So that's what I get for crossing the country 28 times. Miles are great to upgrade. Yeah, I guess not for me though. I'll just be in the back. It's fine. I'll be with my friends in the back, eating all the foods. That's fine. So. Jason, where are you going? Now I'm just curious. Even with all this talk about food, I'm worried about where Jason's going. Don't go to the secret places that I told you again without me. So Linda Raymond knows Becky. Becky bought out all of Delta One just to make sure that there's no kids. Just she wants to really be sure that there's no kids there. Caleb Joshua Hill, literally as I was talking about Delta, I'm like, I cannot wait to start posting from there and internally singing the Delta Dream Fight song. So we should have a mini meet without him and vlog it. How mean is that, Heather? Now I'm not going to share any of my food from Japan with you. I mean, I wasn't going to anywhere. I was just going to share pictures of it. So I have the name of his high school boy. It's going to be a long flight. You know, it's actually longer in the back of the plane. The smaller your chair is, the longer the flight is. Not going to be laying down. Nobody's going to be, serving me, covering me with blankies. I'll just be back there with my sumo friends. But it'll be fine. Amy Keys, thank you so much. Heading back to Walt Disney World on Friday. Have a great time. Eat all of the foods at Food and Wine. I have not been able to. Melanie Jones, how are you with Becky? Why would you be? I'm in the back and she's in the front. And you're like, I know why you want to be with Becky because the seats are nicer up there. But that's fine. We're going to have fun. Donald Nicholson's going to have a mini meet at the boathouse. Do it, brother. Do it and share photos with me as I will be sharing with you. If there's now, the itinerary for Japan is pretty, it's pretty packed, as you can see. I don't know how much free time I'm going to have, but if there's anything you want me to try and do or see or get or eat or bring back, I will do it. Oh, Becky, if you think this is like the guilt appetizer, this is, what do they call appetizers in Japan? Get a robe and slipper on this flight. No, Eric, not us in the back. I don't even. I'm not even sure. I think they just sort of duct tape lawn chairs to where I am. And what is it? It's a 12, 14-hour flight. I mean, assuming there's no crash in between, so it'll be fine. It's gonna be good. So, Now Carlos is planning dinner without me with Jason and Lisa. You'll be in Portugal for a while. It's planned dinner second week of November. No, not that week. I'm going to the UK. Oh my God, with Becky again. Wait till I come back. Well, November's going to be a busy. Wait, don't make plans until we talk. We'll take care of your son. I will definitely take care of my son's Godzilla request. I'll bring you my slippers. You can have them. If I can go live from the plane and show Becky up there and me, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go live as we're bored. I'm going to go live from the Seattle airport. This way we could all wave bye to Becky as she boards her flight. Friday, get ready. I'm going live from SeaTac. I'm imagining Lou in a crate and steerage a la the Great Muppet Caper. Not quite as much. It's more like, like I said, it's borderline a shared folding chair, I think is what they've got. So many places to try while Lou's away. Why is he so... I plug his gear with the magicalstuff.com and that's the stuff that I get. Zensai is appetizer in Japan. Thank you, Jessica Alice. Oh, you even wrote it in Japanese, too. First of all, Jessica, why didn't I load this up ahead of time? Bringing my first Walt Disney World trivia book to our dessert party was like the coolest thing. It touched my heart, and it really brought it was a very moving moment. They should move it to Pittsburgh. No, it was a moving moment. It sort of hit me again, thinking back to how and where and why this all started. It's funny how, not to sort of go off on my entrepreneurial tangents as I am want to do, but it's amazing how one little idea, dare I say, one little spark of inspiration is at the heart of all this. Sort of leads down this again. If you were at Momentum last year, where's my domino? My domino is right. Well, you can't see it, but I talked about the domino effect, right? And how that one domino, you never know necessarily the dominoes that are going to fall afterwards. Melanie Jones, I am probably going to be out of snacks halfway through the flight. I'm a little concerned about how, I think I'm going to just check my big bag and then I'm just going to have a backpack and a rolling suitcase just full of snacks. It's a 12-hour flight, and again, if we go down and we're on some deserted island a la Lost, I want to make sure that in case there is no Dharma bunker there, that I'm going to be well prepared. So Jessica says, thank you for a great moment. Thank you for being you. If I wasn't me, I'd be somebody else. Thank you for being you and giving us the foundation of the clubhouse. It's all you guys. So, Kareen, any suggestions for movies that I should download while I'm there? I've got my headphones ready, got my iPhone ready. I plan on doing some reading and catching up on your emails and messages. I know I'm way behind, so Becky, for all you people like, oh, Becky. Becky says, I'm sorry, sir. Only one carry-on for those in seat 52B. At least I'll be close to the rear bathroom. So looks like I picked the wrong week to quit. Nah, forget it. You carry an absurd number of snacks on flights. I feel like you could survive on a deserted island for a good 6 months. And who's the smartest guy on the plane? This guy. You want to know why? When you're stuck on a tarmac, or you're circling SeaTac, or what's left of Tokyo after the super tsunami, when you're circling for hours and people are starting to get all kinds of... I'm just sitting there trying to decide what snack should I have next. Is it my dark chocolate-covered almonds? Is it my little Tex-Mex mix? I have a wide selection of snacks. You mock because you envy, because smartest guy. Again, I'm going to need a lumbar discectomy at L5, L6 because I'm carrying 97 pounds of snacks in my rucksack, but that's fine. It's worth it. So, yeah, Darlene, I also can't believe the Japan ship is here already. Now a day or two. And I'm not kidding. When I tell you, Becky, close your ears. When I tell you that I am in no way, shape, or form prepared at all, I haven't started packing. I haven't even taken out my bag yet. I literally need to go shopping tomorrow because I'm realizing tonight, like, hey, I really need this stuff. None of my sneakers fit. I need to go buy sneakers. These are things I probably should have thought about before the night before I'm supposed to leave for the airport. But it's fine. Whatever I don't pack, I'll figure it out when I get there. I understand they have stores in Tokyo too, so it's cool. It'll be fine. So, valid passport. Do I need one of those? Do I need a passport? I'm a little nervous now because I haven't checked my passport or when I needed to update it. I think I don't need to update it till September 2019. So I've got time. So I got plenty of time. Vicky just dropped the dog off at the kennel. Samantha Brown has luggage for snacks. See, Samantha and I were like this. This is your nightmare, not being ready for a trip. I'm not ready, but this always happens to me. I always do this the night before. I have a stack of papers that I have to go through. I made the mistake of scheduling some calls tomorrow. I have an 8 o'clock appointment somewhere else, completely unrelated to this, that I need to take care of, but it's fine. It's fine. What could possibly go wrong, Becky? We'll be fine. Don't worry about us in the back of the plane. You just figure out what year champagne do you want? Do you want the 82 Dom or the 89 Dom? The 82s were a little bit sweeter, so don't sweat. Don't you worry about us. So the Marine sent me to Japan with a sea bag, bought all my stuff there. Have fun. So first of all, Ryan, thank you for your service, man. I mean that sincerely. My family and I are grateful to you and your family for your sacrifice every single day. And yeah, I'll be able to find it. So, but buying shoes the day before a trip is definitely the way to go. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm gonna be wearing those big cloggy Japanese Edo Dynasty sandals by the time I get there, which are cool because they've got the little you wear socks, but you still go there. That's what I need. So just remember that the people in the back of the plane are more likely to survive a crash. Sometimes you don't even know if, depending on where you go down, do you really want to survive? Never mind. So, but yeah, I mean, all those people in the front, those really, really expensive, big, fully reclining seats with the privacy things and the 18-inch screens and all the stuff that, those folks up there are going to have, they'll go quickly. It's going to happen in a blink. So, I mean, they'll be able to see it, because their windows are big, and it's going to really be impactful in many, many ways. But yeah, they'll be fine. Gone. Carla says everything 5 days before. I've got nothing. I mean, I'm my hand to God. I have nothing packed. I have my charger. I have my phone charger ready, and I have an extra pair of glasses ready to go. That's it. So, Hannah Batting has just joined. Not sure if it's been mentioned. So, Hannah, I'm not sure if you're just joining the conversation tonight or if you've just joined the Box People group. Either way, thank you for being here. The conversation is not always about Japan, but again, I'm leaving on our Adventures by Disney on Friday. Going to be live as much as I can over the next 2 weeks, assuming that the super tsunami does not do us in on the way there. So, let's see. Take one of your record crates, empty it out, and sit on the plane. The back of the plane should be a party. I think it's going to be. I think Becky was saying that there's a lot of people leaving on the same flight from SeaTac. So I've got to go and buy more snacks tomorrow. Walgreens and Target, I'm coming for you, yo. Get ready. Just bring a pair of chopsticks. I'm planning on getting a pair of chopsticks when I'm getting there. Are you supposed to carry your own? I don't think so, but it'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong? So, Amanda Bonner, it is so nice to see you as well. Chris Adams having a rough day. The show has made me laugh and turning my night around. Listen, Chris, literally, that is why I'm here, is to bring a little smile to your face, even if it's at the expense of my plane going down in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. But that's fine, because I'll have snacks. I think Doritos could be used as a flotation device, so we'll be fine. So, Becky says it might be a real adventure, landing in Hawaii, hanging out for several days, waiting for the typhoon to pass. There's worse places to. If we could do like Fiji or something, some places or like aren't like the Maldives. Like, they've got those big, like, overwater bungalows with the glass bottom thing. And, yeah, let's go land there. Take a little, layover there. So, either way, not a bad layover. Stainless steel chopsticks. Linda Raymond is so disappointed in me. Listen, we're going to be fine. I am just looking forward to bringing as much of the experience as I can to you, because it's part of the reason why I'm going, obviously, because I can't wait to go, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody who's in the group, and I know some of you are here tonight. But it is to be able to show you what we do, kind of things we do together collectively as a group. Yes, it's going to hurt me to say this, but really, honestly, what Mouse Fan Travel is able to do in terms of helping you to book vacations that are not necessarily to a Disney theme park. I mean, whether it's an Adventures by Disney or even not, they do have, they can book you, anywhere that you want to go. Obviously Adventures by Disney is not the only way to get to Japan, but it's a great way to see it. And you'll be able to see as we go through what makes an Adventures by Disney a truly unique experience, and why, we go and do it. So, but Jim O'Neill, my geography not too good, but I'm just trying to. I've seen pictures on the Insta, and that's why I said it. So, Becky, I know exactly what we're doing. I'm eating. Everything else is just sort of everything on this ABD is just sort of circling around the nucleus, which is eating, and they're just sort of activities to pass the time in between. So. Would love to have the Navarez family on an ABD, although I'm sure your kids are tired of seeing me. So, Josh Anderson just booked their last-minute Christmas trip to Walt Disney World through Mouse Fan Travel, who they heard about, obviously, from WDW Radio. First time using a planner. So excited. Josh, don't tell Becky. I mean, you'll be very, very happy that you did, and you'll probably not go back to booking it on your own. So, Todd Chambers says, no great stories ever came from everything went smoothly on my trip. It's called an adventure by Disney for a reason, and it definitely is going to be an adventure. And I know, I mean, it's too bad. You see, now this is the problem. If Becky and I were in the same section of the plane, we would have 12 hours to talk about all these other potential future plans like Italy, UK, Paris, Hawaii, Quest for the West, Rhine River Cruise, other river cruise, the 2 new ideas I had this week that I put up on the board, but we're not going to have time to talk about it. So, oh well, we'll see. ABD is on your dream board and will be on one someday. Jessica, if you do, you've got to, I will tell you, there truly is something about cruising and traveling as a group together. Even though you may not have met these other people, you know that we have this commonality and this friendship, and there's been great relationships that have come out of these as well. So, but anyway, let me see. Oh, speaking of things, don't please die. By the way, some of you have sent me some wonderful feedback, including in the Box People group, about this week's show, top 10 moments in Epcot Center history, which obviously has been more than Epcot Center. Becky, you're not allowed back in economy. There's a barrier there for a reason. It's not to keep us out of first. It's to keep you out of economy, because that is where the party and the snacks are going to happen. But I digress. Top 10 moments in Epcot Center history. Had a lot of fun on this one, and I had a lot of fun talking about some things that maybe you may have seen, maybe you never heard of before. There was talk about the Christos. There was talk about the Sage of Time. There was talk about a character that never made it to Epcot that I'll have to save the full story. Not that there's a lot of it, but there was concept art for a character, not Dreamfinder and Figment, that was going to possibly come to Epcot that literally never came off the drawing board. We talk about parades. We talk about shows. Ken Jennings. I think, accidentally, I almost sang a few bars of a song that I was referring to a lot and has been stuck in my mind ever since. However, I'm showing you because I'd love for you to please not only listen, but more importantly, tell a friend. So this week, in honor of what may be my downed flight in the Super Typhoon, I'm trying to use the Catholic Italian guilt. Please do me a favor and invite your friends. Share this link on Facebook, Twitter, Insta, Pinterest, wherever it is that you hang out and spend your time. If your other communities and groups that you're friends with or members of allow you to do it, the more the merrier. The more. So, Carlos, I did. I think I sang a couple of the bars of the computer song. I didn't mean to, but I'm almost pretty sure that I did. So, but that's fine. But Donald Nicholson says, if you and Becky are on a plane for 12 hours, somebody is not surviving. Donald, somehow we did it to China. And China, I think, was longer, although I put a lot of melatonin in Becky's third and fourth. I think it was by the time the 6th cocktail came that I just sort of dumped the bottle of melatonin in, and it kicked in, and then you were out. So I was able to get a little bit of rest back then. So I should bring the grease tape to watch on the plane. Melanie, no, I think China is long. Yeah, China is obviously, because it's farther. China is a longer trip than Japan, just by a few hours. So, Tracy Pizzuto McCoy says, yes, the guilt. If I got hurt, my mom would say, God is punishing you. I'm going to assume that's the Pizzuto part of your family. So, yeah, right. Because, Becky, right. Because we went to Hong Kong's in China now. They moved it. So Hong Kong. So, yeah, we flew to Hong Kong, which is China. So we flew to Hong Kong first, and then Beijing, and then Shanghai, and then to Japan. So, and then back. And we survived, and we still talk occasionally. So But Darlene Nagy formerly from West End, New York, thank you. Bring back some songless out-tapes. Michael Camp, who, by the way, thank you very much for being at Momentum. By the way, thanks to all of you. Oh, I don't have any Momentum logos in here left, but thanks to all of you who came to Momentum. We'll talk about this at another time, but everybody asked me how the event was. I said you need to talk to the people who were there, but the feedback I've received and heard secondary to people who were there to talk to has been wonderful. So I appreciate it. And again, like this community, like this clubhouse, it's the people who are there, not just the speakers, but the people who are there who made the event what it was. I don't know if any of the other speakers are still in here or not. Michael Goldtrap, good to see you as well. Michael Camp, thank you, brother. I told you I'm here to help you any way I possibly can. So, but look, all this talk about food and Japan and the fact that I haven't packed yet is starting to freak me out. Dave Rashoni says Momentum was awesome. Jason Knapp, MomentumForever.com. Melanie Jones says the keynotes for Momentum were ... I don't know what you were going to say. The keynotes for Momentum. I think the keynotes for Momentum were awesome. Steve Schussler, and Rob Starkman from Rock'em Socks were just phenomenal, man. I could have let those guys talk all day, much as what happens with all the keynote speakers. They are phenomenal, but everybody killed. And Melanie says it was phenomenal, as was keynotes for Momentum were phenomenal, as was everybody else. It was just a broken sentence. So, but yeah, thank you to all of you who were there. I've already announced to the people who were there, I've announced Momentum 20, dates, location, as well as our retreat. They get first crack because they were here first, but probably while I'm in Japan, I think maybe even before I leave, maybe this Friday, just in case, whatever, just in case. Well, I mean, of course, if I croak, there is no momentum. But however, I am going to release super duper early bird pricing for Momentum. Iggy Torres says he's still inspired to this day starting my project. Iggy was a huge help at Momentum this year, recording all of the sessions as well. So please don't forget to turn on notifications, turn on See First. Please join us virtually on our Adventures by Disney to Japan. 5 cities, so much sushi, good friends, amazing experiences. I cannot wait to bring it and share it to you. And more importantly, if you join us live, I'm able to bring it with you. You can experience it with us as well. And certainly we'll do a show recapping, assuming Becky and I are still talking, recapping when we get back. And listen, don't tell her I said this, but these things couldn't happen without Becky and the entire team over at Mouse Fan Travel. So whether you are able to come with us on a future ABD, and we're going to announce some new destinations, both internationally and domestically, which are a lot of fun and sometimes a little more accessible as well, very, very soon. But if you're even thinking about going on your own to any destination in the world, and go to Tokyo, you'll see that guy right there. I can't wait to see you again and have one of your little tiger tails because they're so good. Keith Groshans, he was there at Momentum. If you need any logo work done, check out Keith Groshans. He's at rocketjuiced.com, right? Did I get that right? Amazingly talented. He's a Disney guy. He gets it. And he's like a really nice guy too. So, and he was one of the amazing speakers at Momentum this year. We were just talking about, he did a session on branding and logos with Tim Begonia and was just phenomenal. I got a lot of great feedback, and I'll tell you this right now. Keith, I got a lot of great feedback about your session and learned a lot. So again, thank you guys. Don't forget Japan. Starting on Friday, I will be sharing on Facebook as well as Instagram. I'm going to try and do a little bit of content in both places. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, and I hate the word follow me, but if you don't connect with me on Instagram, please do. I'm at Lou Mangello there. And again, if you haven't heard this week's show, download it, share it, invite some friends to check it out as well. What else? Anything else I forgot? Let's see. I'm not sure if they're here. So some of the people who were at Momentum, who are doing amazing things this year. Wait, where are you? There you go. Jason Knapp is here with the Magic, literally in its infancy, just a couple of weeks old. So cute and cuddly. Just a couple of weeks old, but really a great way to connect you, not to, ride-throughs and things like that, but just some of the things that we love about Disney, those relaxing, happy places and spaces, and maybe those some overlooked places as well that you didn't know about Walt Disney World. So check them out at herewiththemagic.com. One of the other speakers this year was Lisa Donato-Glasser. She is over at the Castle Run. It's not just about running. It's not just about Disney. It's about life and the intersection of all of those things, and more importantly about following and enjoying your passion and living every day. And again, she too just launched, actually like the day before Momentum, I think, she launched her brand new CoreMemoryCandles.com site, which has very familiar scent. We know the power of smell and the olfactory sense is our strongest, and she's done an amazing job of creating these scents and these blend in these beautiful, long-burning candles that might remind you of Main Street. It might remind you of a certain attraction, a certain resort, or a certain memory that you have. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, if she's here, she has, I don't want to say, is it free shipping? Discounted shipping. Free shipping over $75. I don't know. There's some kind of special going on. Like right now, if you go to CoreMemoryCandles.com, or Lisa, you could just post it wherever you guys post it. So if I missed anybody, oh my gosh, I forgot. Then forgive me that I didn't get a graphic made for you. Who else am I missing? Mouse Fan Travel, of course. Listen, by now, you don't even need to see the logo anymore, because Becky and I have been partners, more importantly, friends. And look, I'm not just a mouse fan. I'm not just a mouse fan. I'm also a client. So free shipping ends tonight. I knew it was something like that. There you go. I could have just said that a lot easier than I did. But thank you guys again. Look, I would not be able to have the experience that's coming over the next couple of weeks had it not been for you. Also, part of who's at Momentum this year, where it's at, and the music you are going to hear in the background. The music you're going to be hearing in the background is from Dave Rashoni at DJR Music. You might know him not just from the WDW Radio theme song, but he has an album called Sketches, which has his own sort of arrangements of some very familiar Disney music that I think you're going to enjoy. So check it out over at djrmusic.com. Finally, I love you. I appreciate you. I cannot wait to take you with us on our Adventures by Disney starting this Friday. Please, please follow along, and thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The thanks that I want to give you covers a lot, but I love you. I appreciate you. And I can't wait to see you in the box over the next couple of weeks. Japan, tuna, I'm coming for you. Arigato.